Hey everyone, earlier this year, when I bought my Ember RV, as I was getting ready to take delivery, I needed to assemble all the items that I would need to put inside the RV. This video is about a list of all the things that I need to put together for a new RV. Let's go through it now. By the way, you know you can skip ahead and just jump past the intro here. Hey, thanks to all the subscribers who've been adding themselves lately. I've been getting a lot of great comments, so don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and comment below. I really want to hear your feedback. As I was planning and putting together this purchase for the Ember RV, I knew I needed to put together all of the items that need to go inside an RV. Now, as I had mentioned in some of my earlier videos, I sold my old RV before I bought the new trailer. So this allowed me to collect all of the items from my old trailer, get them all consolidated into some boxes, so that when I did buy a new trailer, I could save myself a whole lot of headache and a whole lot of money by just reusing many of the same items from my old trailer into my new trailer. Not only did I gather all those items, but as I went and prepped it all for the new trailer, I went ahead and made a fairly comprehensive list of what all the items were, took a lot of videos and pictures of those items. The reason I weighed most of these things is I wanted to look at the total list of everything going into the RV and get a sense of how much cargo capacity am I actually adding to it. Having a new RV going from an old RV afforded me this unique opportunity to really test and check out exactly what am I bringing across and what do I not need in the new RV that I had in the old RV. We certainly had some things we never used, and it was a good time to get rid of those before we started the new RV. So let's jump into the list. Again, like all of my videos here, I try to put things into chapters. So as I drone on and on and on about all these subjects, you can go down and click to whatever subject you want to hear about. Let's start with the basic kitchen stuff. Well, you have tinfoil, saran wrap, rubber gloves, facial tissue, toothpicks, coffee beans, a coffee grinder, instant coffee, as well as sandwich bags, snack bags, large Ziploc bags, some trash bags, paper towels, dish towels, some camping lighters, a toaster, and some random plastic cutlery, which totaled up to about 10 pounds. Moving on to the dishes and supplies, we've got 4 large camping plates, 4 small camping plates, 4 small camping bowls, a batch of utensils and a utensil holder, a batch of silverware and a silverware holder. We have a coffee filter holder for making coffee, a shaker bottle, got 6 plastic glasses, a measuring spoon, a can opener, an ashtray, a stove kettle to heat up water, a tea kettle to make tea and to hold the coffee when we make coffee, a tea basket for making tea. We also have coffee mugs, two glasses, that's specifically because sometimes you really want to have some glass in the lips when you're having some liquor, something like that. We have this microwavable steamer, which also works as a serving dish and general little useful tray. We got our ice cube tray, some plastic bowls, a little hand juicer for juicing out lemons and limes for recipes. We've got a measuring cup, some skewers, as well as marshmallow roasters or hot dog roasters if you want to use it for that, some salad tongs, some barbecue tongs, large knives, a bunch of steak knives, a zester, spatula, collapsible strainer colander, frying pan, cooking pots, a couple of metal bowls, a salad spinner, a silicone steamer, which I love. If you ever get a chance to use one of these silicone steamers, I'll never go back to a metal one, and some cutting boards. All of that totaled up to about 70 pounds. We put together some mats, a kitchen mat, a couple of a front door mat, a couple of utility mats for going inside or outside for putting underneath the barbecue. That came to about 15 pounds. When I first got the RV to the RV site, I had to pick up some random purchases of like hand soap and a few other things like that. So the first purchase was around 15 pounds that we brought in. We usually bring this drinking water jug full, and that's 40 pounds when it's all full. The folding table, which we used to replace one of the Ember metal tables that came with the trailer, that's only 8 pounds versus the 20 or 30 pounds that the Ember table was. Of course, the bathroom scale itself, which weighs about 5 pounds, and it's always good to bring a bathroom scale along. Number one, on long trips, it's good to keep an eye on how you're doing there with all of your s'mores and other camping foods. Also, you can use the bathroom scale to measure your tongue weight, which I might show in another video. Yes, you can actually use a bathroom scale that only goes up to a few hundred pounds to measure the tongue weight, which can be 600 or 700 pounds. That's a different video, though. Okay, now we have the box of hoses. Now, this is a drinking hose box. So we have our white heavy-duty classic drinking hose, but I also have these 3 different expandable spiral hoses, as well as a water filter and a water pressure regulator. All told, that's around 10 pounds for that box. My electric box has a very large 30 amp heavy duty extension cable. I've got a surge protector for the RV, as well as a small backup trailer pressure monitoring system. All total, that is a 14-pound box. Now this box I'm already pared down by getting rid of a couple of wooden blocks, but basically I have a handful of 4x4 and 4x6 wooden blocks to put underneath the stabilizers or the front of the trailer as necessary. I've got one leveler since I only have one wheel on each side. I only need one leveler to level the trailer. I've got some wheel chocks, heavy duty big ones and then some smaller ones. We've got 3 safety triangles, so if we have to stop on the side of the highway, we can put out the safety triangles. We've got some extra rope, that's just because it's always good to have extra rope, and a ceramic heater as a backup heater just in case we have any problems with the RV. That's around a 60-pound box there. So that's a little heavier, especially because of all those wooden blocks. It's one of the reasons I started getting rid of them on that first RV outing. Now we're getting to the tools, and there's a general RV toolbox I have that's mainly exclusive to the RV use. That has a torque wrench in it, so I can torque out the wheels. Whenever you're removing or adding the wheels on a trailer, it's important that you torque the wheels repeatedly at intervals going all the way up to 500 kilometers after you've put on the wheels. So by the time you get to 500 kilometers, you should have already rechecked the torque on the wheels at least 2 or 3 times. So I'm a big diehard torque wrench guy. I have dielectric grease, which helps with connectivity between the connection points of the plugs. I've got some backup Eternabond tape, some backup butyl tape, and some emergency awning tape. I also have an extension to the socket for the torque wrench so I can attach it to the lug nuts. Just an Allen key wrench, an adjustable wrench. I've got that 50 amp to 30 amp adapter, which I have to use on some RV sites, and one spare twist lock generator adapter. In my general use toolbox, which I'll take back and forth from my truck and home into the trailer, in there is a cordless drill with extra battery and chargers, some screwdrivers, some pliers, wire strippers, vice grips, the drill bits, and some duct tape, a rubber mallet, hatchet, some drill accessories, and although it's not pictured there, I'll bring along the classic claw hammer as well. I also have a full socket set that I bring along that's dedicated just to the RV use, and a torque wrench itself weighs around 5 pounds, whereas the rest of the toolbox weighs around 15 pounds. In my sewer box, this is a small plastic box that's got all the yuckies in it. And inside here is an accordion-style sewer hose holder, some sewer hose wrenches, which are some handy plastic wrenches which fit on all the standard sewer hoses in case your connectors get stuck together, and a sewer hose elbow is what I keep in there as well. I also purchased a brand new sewer tube for the RV, and all told, these come to around 15 pounds between the two of them. So in total, when you look at what I've totaled up here, you've got around 300 pounds of total cargo. Now, this is not everything that goes into my RV. It's not, say, the laptop case or our backpacks or our clothes. So there's more weight to go in there, but at least it tells us that this amount that we've listed here is 300 pounds. So the idea here is that I can take all of these weights of everything that I've put in so far, and when we go in our next outings, we'll be weighing the clothes bags as well as the food that goes into the trailer. And the idea is to really look at how much over the base weight are we, and can we account for that? And if we can't account for that, well, what are we not accounting for? It's a little anal, if you will. It's a little over the top. But again, because I'm starting from scratch with this brand new trailer and all these existing supplies, that wasn't that hard to weigh them and write down an inventory of them. It gives me this unique opportunity to see exactly what are the different weights going into my trailer. Intuitively, I've been doing it for 18 years now, but it'd be nice to really see scientifically how that cargo capacity is spread out, as well as, of course, onboard water tanks, propane, all the other things that go into the trailer. Now, while I'm listing all this stuff, there is the things I put into my truck, which I didn't weigh, but I did make a pretty detailed list and took some photos and videos of the items as I was assembling them. Now, these are items that go into my 4x4 pickup truck, even if I'm not towing. If I'm going out onto the back Forest Service roads that we have here in British Columbia, basically going soft roading or off-roading, or if I'm going to go on a long road trip without my trailer, I'm most likely going to be bringing these handful of boxes along with these items because they are always a good thing to have in British Columbia. The weather here can get really iffy throughout the year, and it's often a good idea to bring along safety items, additional water, additional food whenever you're traveling, even moderate distances around British Columbia. We've seen in rainstorms and snowstorms, we've seen people get trapped for days in little spots. Because of that, here's a list of everything I keep in my truck, even though it's not necessarily all weighed and categorized, but it does go in my truck. The first one to mention is what's the biggest and heaviest thing that goes in the back of my pickup truck, and that is my Honda EU 3000 generator. It's a 3,000 watt Honda ultra silent inverter style generator. The thing is fantastic. When it runs in eco mode, you can stand next to it and have a conversation without even raising your voice. It's ultra quiet and it's ultra high quality. It's the foundation of my camping kit. It allows us to go anywhere, regardless of what the solar or battery capacity or situation is in our trailer. We're always covered because we have our Honda EU 3000 generator. I also carry an air compressor. It's a little bigger than your average 4x4 air compressor. I really like being able to fill up the tires quickly when I need to, or if I have to manage some slow leak along the road till I get to a chance where I can fix it. Having a consumer grade, decent sized compressor really has helped over the years. So I always carry that along, and it runs off the generator itself. I carry a trickle charger, some heavy duty chains to lock up all these expensive items in the back of my truck. I carry some general cleaners and lubricants. Always bring some smaller ratchet straps. I bring a bottle jack with me for if I have to jack up anything. I bring battery booster cables, a first aid kit, emergency blankets, a large ratchet strap, which has gotten me out of some jams before, a heavy duty recovery strap, a medium-duty kinetic recovery rope, an extra trailer pin if necessary, oversized shackles. I would like to get some soft shackles, but right now I have these very oversized metal shackles, a spare coat for each of us just in case we need an extra coat. In my safety box, I also bring a travel pillow, a roll of paper towels, a bear belt, which is a belt that carries bear spray, bear bangers, and a bear horn. I have a whistle with a compass, 3 rain ponchos. I bring 2 heavy-duty emergency blankets that are a little thicker than your average fold-out metallic style blankets, 2 sun hats. I bring a collapsible cane in case one of us hurts ourselves. I carry 2 head nets for mosquitoes, some mosquito repellent, reusable shopping bags just in case, and we have a windbreaker. We also usually have a handful of blankets in the back of the truck for the dogs that you could easily use if there was truly an emergency where we needed extra blankets. So that's everything that I've put together so far for my trip. Next time I take out the trailer, this is what I'm starting with. Of course, I have to add food in whenever we travel, and I'll do a video about crossing the border soon. But if I'm leaving here to cross the border to go to the United States, I generally don't grab any food until I get across the border. It's a little cheaper in the States, and also I don't have to deal with all the customs issues of what food are you bringing across the border. So I generally will load up with food when we travel. We'll load up with our clothes when we travel, and we'll bring along toiletries. I haven't filled out the trailer with toiletries, but on our first major outing, we will undoubtedly bring toiletries to the trailer that will live in the trailer for the season, and then we usually pull them back at the end of the season because you don't want to leave them there through the winter. And so that's usually how we do with the toiletries. It's sort of a once the beginning of the season, once the end of the season. We try to bring all the food out of the trailer every single time so that there's not any mice or anything like that. That's the big list. You're going to see this whole list put into the description below. So feel free to scroll down if you want to see the list in text form. And I'll likely be doing another comprehensive additive video for this of all the things we've added to the trailer since this video. So it'll be maybe a part 2 to this video, and it'll likely precede one of the big road trips we'll be doing in the beginning of the season when the snow melts and we can start RVing again. I'd love to hear what you think should be on this list that you don't see on this list, whether it's a safety item that I should always carry in the truck or an item that I definitely should have in my kit in the RV. Feel free to comment below and add that to the list. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'm sure other viewers would love to hear what items I might have missed. And of course, I appreciate all the subscribers. So please, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, the number one thing you can do to help my channel is just to click subscribe. I try to put all this information out there for everyone to be as helpful as I can. And the only thing I ask for you is that you click the subscribe button. So please do so. Have a great day, everybody. Take care of each other, and I hope you have a great new year.